It's good to see you ready to travel the universe. All of these worlds, made by others just like you. So much to explore. So much to create. The universe is waiting for you to bring it to life. The stories yet to be told, the games to be made, civilizations and societies to be formed. So, what kind of spark are you? Player, creator, or both? Oh, but whatever you choose, there's a universe of possibilities. Now, how do we begin?
Hello everyone, welcome to Project Spark Day. It's Wednesday. LadylexUK, how you doing today?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good. My microphone still sounds like crap, but what can you do, you know?
It will be
It's not
fine.
my fault. It never is.
It will be fine.
Good. How's your holidays, Lady Lex?
They
Tell
were
me
good.
all about it.
They were good. Full of chocolates and pudding and food. It was all good. But I didn't put too much weight on, so I was pleased about that. I put 2 pounds on, that's all. It's like, that's good. I could cope with that.
That's not too bad. Did you eat some turkey and stuff?
Oh, yes. Yes, I had turkey and,
You
yeah, all good Christmas stuff.
good. Do you guys in Europe celebrate the same stuff we do?
I think we have slightly different traditions than you do. I mean, I don't think you have Christmas pudding, do you?
Christmas pudding. I never heard of that.
It's a fruit, a very heavily fruit and alcohol sponge that you have with cream with your Christmas dinner.
Sounds.
So you don't have that. You don't have mince pies, which again is alcoholic soaked fruit in pastry. You don't have that. And you don't have Christmas crackers, which are explodes. It's very hard to explain. Tubes. They're tubes that explode when you pull them, and there's little gifts and jokes inside. So you don't have those.
I never heard of it. You should send me some YouTube stuff about this stuff.
No, Americans they don't get any of the good stuff. See, we know all about some of the, but then you've got traditions I'm sure that we don't do. So what do you have for dessert on Christmas
All we have
Day?
is fruitcake, and it sucks.
What, Christmas cake?
That's about it.
With marzipan and icing on?
Nope. We
No?
don't
Oh, okay.
just eat turkey every day of the year.
Yeah, well,
That's about it.
yeah, lots of turkey. Especially if you buy a really big one and there's not enough for you to eat it. Right, should we Project Spark then?
So let's do it. What are we doing today?
Okie dokie. So I thought what we'd do today is we'll have a look at making animal mounts, and also maybe we can progress to vehicles after this if we've got time. But so what I've got here is I've got a wolf, and I'll just show you what it will do. So if I walk up to my wolf and I press B, I can get on him and ride about. Now I've used, there is no emotes to allow your character to sit, so I've used the cower emote, so he's got his hands in a bit of a weird place. Now if you were using this on a motorbike or something, that would be perfect. It looks a little bit weird on the wolf, but you know, there's limitations to what you can do if you haven't got the correct emotes and things. And in here I've got the same brain, but I've got it inside a fish, And I've used my sit emote this time, so his hand's a bit lower down. And so I've now got a fish taxi.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I can get myself over to
That
this.
is awesome.
Okay, so just back in the water and put it back. Okay, so what I think we'll do is if you put a wolf in your world, and I'll show you how I made the brain, and you can create one for yourself.
Alrighty. I forgot how to do everything. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, if anyone's wondering why I'm dressed like this, if you guys are wondering why I'm dressed like this, you gotta watch last week's episode. We made superheroes. Look, I'm Ant-Man. I shrink down a little Ant-Man. Then I grow really big. I'm gonna put a whole new person in here.
I think so, because you don't want to be shrinking and getting bigger while you're riding your wolf. That might make some weirdness.
Just a little bit. Whoa, why does this all look different?
Ooh. It's lost the frame. Oh, there it is.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that,
okay,
yeah.
My
You
frame
lost
was gone. I was
the
like,
frame gone.
slowly but surely, everything on Project Spark is disappearing.
No, don't say things like that. No. It's fine, it's fine. It does that occasionally. I think it used to do that before as well.
I've never seen that.
Oh, have you not? Oh, yeah, I have. I've seen all sorts of weirdness.
Where's my wolf?
Perfect. Okie dokie. So, have you got a third-person adventurer brain in your villager?
No, I don't actually. Put that in there.
Yeah. Otherwise, you won't be able to. Third-person adventure is what we want. Okie dokie. Okay.
Roger,
so
Roger.
all the code is in your wolf. So if we go into your wolf's brain. I'll wait. Okay, all that code that is there now can stay. Okay, you don't need to change it. You don't need to remove it. That's fine. That needs to be in there. So at the very top. So you want to put in not. So create a new line at the top. No.
How do I insert?
Right, select the one. Where are you going? No. Come out. Select a new line at the top. Like that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right. Okay. So, not. So that's timing and logic. So not. Yeah. And you create a boolean called ride.
Where's the booleans? I
So
forgot.
values. Go back to the previous screen. Values. At the bottom. Boolean. That's it. Right, new boolean. Yeah. I'll create a new one. Called ride.
You want to explain to people what booleans are? Because I never knew that for the longest time what booleans
Oh, really?
even meant.
Okay, well, a boolean is basically a switch that is on or off. Black or white, 1 or 0. It's just a two-way switch. It's either true or false. Okay, that's all it is. And you use it for all sorts of things. It's the most amazing thing. Right, you need to create a line underneath, which is a child line. So, create a line underneath. And indent it. So, right, started to.
Right.
Countdown timer. 10.
You say 10?
Yeah, number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah, create a new number. There probably isn't a 10 in there. Oh, okay. Okay, in frames.
What's that under? I forgot.
Modifiers. At the top, modifiers. In frames. That's it. Okay, and then you want to create, on the do side, an object variable called rider. No, values. Go into values. Object. That's it. Create a new one.
Called the rider?
Rider, yeah. Okay.
Boom.
Then pace. That's in appearance. Oh, actually, you're going to have a problem. Okay. Put
Oh,
yeah.
you cut out for a second there. Where's...
Yeah, it's not going to let you do it.
Pace it?
It's alright, it's okay. Put the paste tile in before your object tile. It would let you do it then.
I just typed it.
Oh, okay. Paste equals 1. Okay. What this is going to do is when we're not riding, we're making sure that our player isn't frozen, because we're going to freeze our player when he's riding. So this is just to make sure.
Time out. Your audio cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okie doke. So all that does is make sure that your rider's pace is returned to normal, because we're going to freeze him once he's on our wolf. So that's what that does. So that's it. Now we've got to create another line underneath. This isn't a child line again. This is an ordinary new line. Okay. When interacted, that's in objects in the at the top. Yeah. Interacted, then object variable rider equals it. So this is, yeah.
Here's a shortcut for people that are new. You just press left trigger and copy something, and then press right trigger and paste it.
Okay,
Boom.
so that, right, then there's a child line. Okay, so what that did is it says when we've interacted with the wolf, our rider is our player. That's self-explanatory. Right, now you need to create a vector variable called riding position on the do side.
Explain what a vector variable is.
It's exactly the same as what you've just created with a boolean and an object. It's just a vector variable is a position, an X, Y, Z set of numbers.
It's like all that algebra stuff.
If you like.
Then you want it to say attack?
Riding position. Create a new one.
Oh, riding position.
Yeah. This allows us to adjust the player so that when he gets attached to the wolf, he'll be in the right position and he'll look like he's riding the wolf rather than sort of floating above it or hanging off the side or something silly. Got it?
Gotcha.
Well, okay, equals center. It's in position. Position. Next set.
I don't see our position.
Center. No. No.
Oops.
There. Right, okay. Next line.
And that's the center of the...
Of the wolf. Yeah, it's the center of the wolf.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so next line. It's also a child line.
Oh, next line?
Next line. Yeah.
Is this a child line?
It's a child line of line 3. Yeah. Go across one. That's it. Nope. Back then. That's it. Then we say riding position Y. So that yeah, copy that. Now, what Y? The Y vector.
Oh, Y vector. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, so Y is kind of like up and down.
Is up and down. Yep.
Is this like these 3 things I use on Planet Coaster like all the time, like, and I guarantee you this how Dreams is gonna be too.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Like Project Spark is definitely a cool tool to get into Dreams if you're going to, or like anything like Unity, like anything. So it's an awesome learning tool.
Okay. Equals.
I just thought I'd share that.
No. It's good. Position.
I always forget where everything is, so I type it.
It's like a lot of tabs. Y vector again. Y again. That's it. Plus. That's under the math section. Yeah. And then 0.3. 0.3.
Boom! Got it.
Okay, okay. Right, another one underneath that.
Parent line or child line? Or the...
Child line again, it's like the same, they're all in the... That's it. Okay, started to, on the when side. Okay. Then, rider, the object variable, rider. No, sorry, in the do side.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry. My fault, I didn't say. Position. Equals.
Yeah, I love the copy-paste stuff. It makes so much easier.
So much quicker. Riding position vector variable that you created. Right, so can you see what that's doing? It's saying you put your rider in the position of our riding position. Now that line above it, where it says the Y, what that did is that moved my player from the center, which was inside that wolf, just slightly above. So I've added 0.3 to it so that he's just slightly above, so that he'll sit on his back rather than sit inside him. That's what that did. So this is now.
So I got a question.
Okay.
So it says 0.3.
Yeah.
Like, how high do these numbers go, or is it kind of like infinite, kind of?
There are upper limits, but you wouldn't need to worry about it. But I think it's 9999 or something similar.
That's a lot.
You'd never need to use it, so.
So to get something close to something, an object that you already have, it's got to be 0 point something usually, correct?
To do what? Sorry.
Like if you have an object and say you wanted to like have something by it, like you're mounting something or something like that.
Yeah.
It would need to be 0 point something, or else it's going to be way too far away. Like if you put 20 on there or something.
Well, 1 is a meter in the world. If you imagine, I don't know how. Let's say your man is what, 1.5 meters, 2 meters high. So a meter is sort of half his height. That's generally. There is a stick prop that you can see the actual how the sizes. If you don't change the size of that prop, you can see how high a meter is in Project Spark as a default, and that's what it uses. So.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right. Right. So you need a child line to the one you just put in. That's it.
Done.
On the do side, attach. On the do side.
Oops, I can move it.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Take that out. No, take that out.
Take it out?
No, that's no good. That's the wrong tile. On the do side, you can't transfer tiles that are on the when side to the do side all the time. There are some that are specific for each side, and this is one of them. So go to your top objects at the top, or whatever it's called. I can't remember. Attach. There we go.
Got it.
Attach. Rider variable.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
To socket.
Modifiers?
Yeah, that should be. Yeah, to socket. Center.
I found it on my own. Are you proud of me?
Yeah, it's good. Okay, right, now you need the new line. Indented once. Okay, on the do side. Rider. Forward. And a position again. No, in a position again.
I lost oh, there it is.
Directions
Oh,
it is.
no.
It's under directions.
Oh.
That's it. Under directions. Yeah, that's it. Forward. Equals me forward.
That's making them face forward.
Yeah, he'll face the same direction the wolf is facing. Okay.
Oh, cool.
And then another line underneath that one. Indented once. And then you've got your Boolean. Ride equals true.
The rider? Oh, the Boolean.
The Boolean. Ride. Yeah.
Oh, that thing at the top we made. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right equals true. Where is true and false? I can never find it on here for some reason.
Values. Values Boolean.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay, new line. Not indented. Okay, leave it as it is. Right. Ride. Boolean. So when you're riding, okay. New line. Indented. Right, your object rider. Now, do you have a sitting emote?
Nope. Wait, is that for when? You want
Do
me
side.
to put rider?
Do side. Do side. Do side. Rider.
Okay.
Right. do you have a sitting emote of any sort that you've created in the past?
Nope, I still have my connect though.
Okay, well, we'll put the
I
cow.
was trying to solve.
We'll put the cower emote in for now, so that you've got it, and then you can swap it out for your sit emote once you've created one. So emote.
Oh, uh-oh.
Okay, take out the rider object. It does this. Take that out. Yeah. Now just put in emote. Cower.
But, like the cower thing, you could like freeze that on a certain frame.
Yep.
Correct.
So now you
when
need
he's
to put,
like bending down. Okay.
then you need to put your object rider in front of the emote tile. Sometimes it won't let you put these tiles in this particular order. No, delete that. Rider, the rider object. Can you see my screen?
You said.
Right, take that out. We don't need that.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I know this is sounding more complicated now. I'm explaining it to you.
Timeout. There wasn't sound for some reason. I'm gonna stop this and restart it.
Oh dear.
Okay, that was my fault. Sorry, we got sound. What's up, Ghost? How you doing? See, it's people like Ghosts that make everything good. Okay, so we're making
take that out. Take that out.
Take right out? Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, shall I carry on, or do you want to explain to Ghost what we're doing?
Oh, yeah, because I'll re-upload this video. So we are making, mounting things for Project Spark where you can sit on, like, a wolf or a dragon or a fish or whatever you want. You can sit on it. And we're just going through the code, so I'll just put music on this part where we're doing the code together. But she's teaching me line by line how to do the code. She's a genius.
Don't say things like that. I'll get a big head. Okay. Right, see, copy your object variable rider again and put it in front of the emote tile. There you go.
Nice.
Okay. There we go, done. Right.
It worked.
Right, new line and indented to line 10. So indent. That's it. Countdown timer.
Okay.
Countdown timer. 8 in frames on the when side. That's it. Countdown timer 8 in frames. No, you're on the do side. When side.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Okay, count down.
It's early in the morning
what?
for you, I know.
Yeah, it's too early. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
It's
your brain
always too early.
hasn't had a chance to take in the caffeine properly yet. Right, 8 in frames.
But is this 30 frames? Oops. Is Project Spark in 30 frames?
Yes.
Or 60?
Yeah, it's 30.
And this is the 8th frame?
This will be the 8th frame, yes.
Okay, cool.
In frame.
I'm gonna steal my frames from up here.
Okay? Okay, rider object. Right, no, this is going to do the same thing again. Right, pace equals 0 on the do side of that line. Appearance is under appearance. It's under appearance. Yeah, that is.
You have this whole thing memorized.
No, I just do it a lot.
Just wait till Dreams comes out. You're gonna be on that like crazy. We did have, just to let people know, we did have audio on. What is it? We added audio on Mixer, just not YouTube. But now we do. But
right,
he was on Twitch,
Whoops.
so.
Okay. You need to copy that rider object and put it in front of pace. There we go. Right. 2 more lines. So you want a new line, and that's indented to the countdown. So 2, yeah, and again. Right.
Right there?
Yeah, that's it. On the do side, your rider object. Brain is active equals false. This will turn your player brain off. It's under brains, it's... Yeah. Right, it's the black and white one. Equals false.
I found it on my own. Because you taught me well.
Okay, and another child line underneath that one. Switch on the do side. Switch page 3. It's under brains.
Wait, is that right? Okay.
Yep, switch page.
Switch page 3.
3.
Oh,
Okay.
this already has 3 pages on it?
But
cool.
yeah, it doesn't. Page 3 is blank. Right, so we're going...
I'm gonna look.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
okay, gotcha.
Alright, now you just need to change... See underneath that it says team equals. You've got to change that to team 1. Otherwise the wolf will attack you. We don't want him attacking us. We want to ride him. Okay. Right. Now come out of this brain. Okay. Now what I want you to do now is to go into your player brain and copy the page. Do you know how to do that?
Yep.
Yep.
Copy page.
Copy page. Right. And you put that in page 3 of your wolf brain. Oh, what am I talking about? That's rubbish what I just said.
Did you mess up? LadylexUK messed
No,
up.
it is right. No, it is right. No,
on this.
no, I'm true. No, I'm right. I'm right. Yes, do that. Have you done that?
Darn it.
You've done that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, now we've just got to add a little bit of code at the top of this. And this is... So this is our riding page. So, right, are we ready? This is taking an awful long time. Right, okay. Right, moving.
That's okay.
When moving...
Is that a variable?
Yeah, and movement. It's a movement property, I think. Movement event. It's one of those.
Okay, cool.
Right, when moving, right, new line indented. Countdown timer on the when side. Countdown timer 0.25 loop.
That's why it's taking so long, because I'm slow. 0.25?
Yeah. Loop.
And loop.
Yeah. Loop. And then on the do side, toggle bounce. We've got to create a boolean called bounce. Toggle is under math.
you, math. I know it's right in front of me. I'll just type toggle. I'll save us some time.
You create Boolean.
Toggle what?
Go bounce.
Boom. Got it.
Okay. What this will do is it will make your character sort of bounce up and down slightly when he's on, so he's not smooth. So he sort of moves with the wolf as he's walking. Now, if you don't need to put this in, this little bit, if you've got something like a motorbike where you're smooth. So it depends.
Right.
Because we're in a wolf, we're going to need this, but otherwise you wouldn't necessarily need this. But we're going to stick it in because you're in a wolf. So you want a child line of the countdown timer. Okay, and when side bounce. Boolean you created. Okay, new line, indented to the last line you just put in. Again, one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, right. On the do side, riding position vector variable. The vector variable you created, you remember?
Oh yeah, it's probably already there, isn't it?
Go to values. You're in booleans here. You need to go.
Oh wait, what? Where'd that go?
Values.
Wait.
Vectors. Vectors. Over that. Yeah.
Oh, vectors. Okay.
Riding position.
Got it.
That's it. Y vector.
I always get those mixed up.
Okay, equals position.
Oops, wait.
Keep going. Next one. Next one. Position you want. Position. That's it. Position. Right. Y vector. Plus 0.3.
0.3?
No, 0.3. Sorry.
Okay.
British numbers, sorry.
What did you say? I'm just curious. Did you say not 0.3?
Naught.
Not, is that how you say 0?
N-A-U-G-H-T. Naught. Oh no, N-O-U-G-H-T. Naught.
Nice.
Right, okay.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, and underneath that line. Right, indent. And again. So, else. On the when side, yeah. Timing and logic. Right. Okay, so you could copy and paste this. Right in position, y equals position, y plus 0.25.
Oh, 0.25?
Yeah. So what it's saying, because this is a bounce, so the top one is its highest point, and then it's up and down, so it's going up and down, see?
Oh, got you, nice. Okay.
Okay, so new line. Okay. Object variable rider position y equals riding position y. Oh, you haven't got it. You're going to have to collect it.
Wait, I got lost.
Right, do side.
Do one more
Do
time.
side. No, no, that's fine. Do
Okay.
side. Values, object. Object. The apple. Yeah.
And you want me to do rider?
Rider, yeah.
Okay.
Rider. Position, y equals riding position y. You can copy it and paste it from the lines above it. Position, y. Y equals...
Hey, if you're ever a teacher, you gotta put up with people like me that are slow.
Equals, not plus.
0 point.
No.
Equals.
Right, equals. Take that plus out. That's it. Riding position, y. Okay?
Man, you should be like a game programmer for real.
No.
This is hard.
No. This is easy. I can't do real programming. Right. Next line. New line underneath. When B is pressed. So Controller B. Yeah. Modifier pressed. Oh, we're speeding now. On do side, detach rider. It's in objects.
Is that a variable thing?
No, it's an objects. An objects. Attachments. Detach. Yep. And you detach rider. Okay. And then a child line of that line. Okay. Rider in the do side. Rider brain is active equals true. The black and white one at the bottom. Nearly. Values, Boolean. No. What have you done? Take that number out. You don't need that there. Brain is active equals true.
I don't need...
No, don't take that number out. Right, put true in there. That's what you want.
Oh, did you say true? I thought you said 3. It's your...
True.
It's
true.
your awesome accent.
Ugh.
Awesome British accent. Wait, what line was that in? Okay, true.
True. Values, Boolean.
Bada boom.
Okay, we're nearly there, Okay, another line underneath that. Same level. Okay, you want to put pace equals 10. No, you need to indent it so it's the same as the line above it. That's it. Pace equals 10. It's in appearance.
I'm starting to get a little faster. Not very much faster, but...
That's alright. Okay, and then you put your rider object variable in front of pace. Just 2 more lines.
Like that?
Like that. Okay, next line. Indented the same. Right, on do side, Boolean variable ride equals false. No, the Boolean variable, not the object variable. The Boolean variable.
Riding position?
No.
Is that right?
No.
Oh no.
The Boolean
Uh-oh.
ride. Don't try to cheat and go back up. Come on, get the no. Go back down. Don't no. See no. So you get. Oh right. Come on, you're going to get yourself confused. Go back. You're gonna get yourself confused. Right, okay. Go, right. Okay, delete that. Delete that equals and start again. Well, we're gonna be here all day. I'm getting angry now. Right, brilliant.
Don't get mad at me, I'm sorry.
Brilliant, that's it, brilliant. Right,
I'm sorry,
see,
I'm sorry.
see, you know where these things are. Right, equals false.
I like to mess with you sometimes.
Right, and then your final line underneath that, same position, switch page 1. On the do side. Yeah, indent it. Indent it so it's the same. That's it. Switch.
I always just type page here.
Switch page 1. Okay, what this has done, the reason we have to increase the rider's pace to 10 is so that it speeds up the emote so that it finishes. Otherwise, when you get off your wolf, he's still in cowering mode if you do it. So it just speeds it up. Right,
let's go to
should...
page 1 and you explain all the stuff that we did.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll try and do this quickly then. Okay. Right, when we're not riding, we want our countdown. We want to set our rider's pace to 1. It does that after a countdown of 10 frames, so that everything else is already completed. Okay. When you interact with the wolf, your player becomes the rider, and then we set the riding position of your player on the wolf, and this riding position. You set it while you're doing it. You have a look and see how high you need to put him. For this wolf at this size, that's the size it needs to be. You might need to adjust it depending on what animal you're using. You attach your rider to the wolf. You say we are now riding. We start the cower emote with the rider, and then set his pace to 0 after 8 frames. That gets him in a position where he looks as if he might be riding the wolf. And then you turn his brain off, and then you switch to page 3. And this is the riding page. It says when we're moving, we need to bounce our player up and down so he doesn't look flat and is stay in position. So it moves his Y coordinate up and down, so he's sort of bouncing up and down on the wolf. And when you press B, you no longer want to be riding the wolf. You'll detach your rider, turn your brain back on, speed up the emote so that it finishes, and then say we're no longer riding, and switches his back to page 1, where it turns back into a ordinary wolf, because the ordinary wolf code is still there on the page. And I'd like to say that was simple, but talking you through it,
you act like this is so simple, and like you make stuff so hard that look really simple.
Okay.
Because you're smart.
Please tell me your wolf works. Let me see you test it. I'm really worried now.
Okay.
So it's like...
Are you watching?
I'm watching. Okay.
I'm gonna go jump in the water.
No, don't jump in the water. Jump on your wolf.
I'm scared.
Go on.
Werewolf.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And we're off.
It worked. Yay. I love how he bounces up and down and stuff. That looks so cool.
Okay. Now...
Oh, you can't... Jumping's another matter.
You can jump. You try it. Go. Yeah. You'd have to set the Y coordinate for your player for when he jumps. So that... I haven't done that because I have... The easier thing is to stop him from being able to jump. But if you want to have that, then you obviously need to move your player into a different position when he jumps. And that's very simple. You just, when jumping, Y position equals Y plus 0.6 or something. And then he'll move up when he's jumping.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Could you, like, I have no idea if you can do this or not, but could you put, like, the pace as like the pace he is now, like that coward pace thing. And then is there any way that you could just like attach him to a socket, like instead of coding all that? I'm just curious. Would that work?
You can, but what happens is you get that as the emote finishes, he'll stand up, and then the emote will go again, and then he'll stand up. So you get this broken effect of the player standing up constantly, instead of just sitting on your wolf. Every now and then the emote will finish, and he'll do something weird. And because, and if you don't have set an emote at all, if you just attach him without an emote, look, I'll show you. Don't do it with yours, because I save your brain now, so that you've got that brain to use in something else. Save the brain. So you can put that in any animal you like now. So if you save it, give it a name like animal mount or riding animal or something. Then anything we do now to that brain, you've got a nice clean copy that you can always go back to.
I need to save the character too, don't I? Did we put some code in
we didn't do any code in him. No, we didn't put any code in him at all.
Oh, okay.
It's all in that wolf. It's all in the
wolf.
wolf.
So could my Ant-Man go up and ride him?
Yep.
God, hold on, I gotta experiment. you can go ahead. You can go ahead and talk about stuff while I'm doing this.
Okay. So I can remove the pace situation, and so I'll ignore. Whoops. I'll ignore that line. See what happens. So I think. So he's now cowering on top of this wolf. And every now and then he'll stand up and start walking.
Oh yeah, that looks.
See, he starts walking on top of the wolf. Yeah. So you have to set the pace, otherwise this doesn't work.
But you can't. Did you put pace to 0 though when you did that?
Yep.
Okay.
Because this wolf, all it's interested in is whoever interacts with it. It doesn't. Anything can interact with it, and it will do exactly the same. Now, because
watch, Ant-Man's gonna ride this wolf. Yes. That's awesome. I wonder if I can grow while I'm on him.
No.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Let me try to get back on him. Come here, wolf.
Well, not if you're using the B trigger.
Watch, I'm gonna grow. Nope, don't work.
Well, he's a bit bigger.
I'm gonna turn giant and get on him.
Yeah, that might look a bit silly. Go on then. Yeah. Wolf skates.
Come here, Metallica monkey.
Wolf skates. Now there you go. Now there's an example, right? If you made that wolf invisible, and he was that size, and you put some wheels on his feet and made those visible, then you'd make skates. Or a skateboard.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So this brain, you can use it to make vehicles. So you could make a skateboard or some skates or a motorbike. I mean, this fish, if I made a jet ski, I could make a... Let me do it quickly. I think I've got time just to do something quick. Let's find something... Oh, that's a bit big, isn't it?
Oh, that's kind of cool if you shrink them down a little bit. Good mind, dude.
So you can experiment that with this. Well, okay, so look, I'm going to stick this... in here. And I'm going to attach that to my fish. I'm going to take my fish, make my fish invisible. Like that. Right, I think... I haven't tested this, but I'm sure that's right. Right, I've now made a boat. So you can.
Oh yes.
So, no, nice and quickly. So you can do whatever you can use these brains. This is exactly the same brain, by the way, as the wolf. Exactly the same. Just because it's swimming doesn't make any difference. You can put it in any of the animals. You can stick it in. You might need to adjust the heights and things like that, but otherwise, exactly the same. It's in the water now. But you can make boats with it. You can make, like I said, motorcycles, jet skis, hover bikes, anything you like with this brain. It doesn't have to be an animal.
Canoe, like turn it into a canoe and make like a Pocahontas cartoon kind of thing.
A canoe, yeah, you can make a canoe, yeah. All sorts of things you can do. The boats in Harry Potter that take you to Hogwarts. They sort of float around without any pilots or anything. You could have people sat in those. You can make those using this brain. So I think, well, I'm going to set you a challenge then, Danny. Well, you go away and you use that brain and you create something to show me next week where you've used it to make some sort of vehicle or creature or something that's not the wolf or the fish. How about that?
Oh, okay. I already know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, so next week's episode, I'm gonna have a whole little world, and I'm gonna make it like it's gonna be awesome. You've inspired me to do something.
Fantastic.
That's some good coding, by the way. That's a genius.
Thank you. That's experimentation, that is. That's trial and error.
Awesome. That's very good. And we also can't wait for Dreams to come out, so we're going to be messing around on Dreams.
We can't, but
and showing it on here, too.
I have a warning for you.
Oh, no.
Media Molecule want it to be family friendly and will be monitoring all creations to make sure it is.
So I can't put blood on anything?
Apparently not. They said they would consider allowing people to do more adult content at a later date. It's like, oh, that's not good.
Wait, are you talking about sharing it with your games with other people? It has to be like kiddie
they
stuff?
Have
is that what you're telling
They
me?
have a audience rating of 7 and above. Project Spark was 12 and above, and Dreams is 7 and above. So God knows. I think they're making a mistake. I think they should go down the route that Project Spark did, which is they had a curated feed. And if anything else was okay,
right.
You just couldn't get on the curated feed for family-friendly content. I think they should do it that way, rather than removing non-family-friendly content and spending their time doing that, because that's going to be a nightmare for them. I mean, they've already given us the idea.
Are you telling me I'm not going to be able to make a horror raid? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, is what I'm saying. At the moment, as I've said so far, they might change their minds about this, but I read an article and it said they will carefully monitor the feeds to make sure everything is family friendly. It's like, oh dear. That's not good news. That's not good news to what I want to make either, because I want to make...
Well, I'm sure that they're...
a murder mystery, I can't do that.
About people yeah, I think they're talking about people making, like... what's a family-friendly word for They're talking about people putting schlongs on games or something.
No, they're not.
That's
No,
what
they're not. Pornography is never going to be allowed. But no, they're talking about it has to be family-friendly content, presumably to match the rating they've been given by the classification people.
But
So,
like, could I make like a game and it not be like in the feed where everyone can see it and someone else could still play my game?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
possible, or is it this all game?
I
We
don't
gotta
know
do
if you
some
can have
detective work.
private stuff. Well, because it hasn't come yet, we don't know, and they might change their mind very quickly, depending on what people are making. Because I mean, I can imagine people are going to be making zombies and King Kong and
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. It's like, and because the modelling tools are so good, they're going to look realistic. They're going to look good. They're not going to look like cutesy things that we could make in Project Spark. They're going to look pretty nasty. And if everybody's having their creations removed, it's going to cause problems. So, it surprised me. I'm like, they're going down the wrong route here, I think. But well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Yes.
Wait.
Let's find out more, and we'll talk more about this next week for sure. Because
Yeah.
that's really interesting to me. Because if they go down that road, I'm gonna be very not happy.
No, and a lot of people are not going to be
'Cause
happy. Because everybody wants to make Five Nights at Freddy's. You can't do that in a 7-rated, child-friendly game.
Right.
So, you know, we'll see. It's a shame if they think they've created a game creation engine for children. They're very mistaken. They haven't.
We gotta find out more about this. Alright, so LadylexUK, tell everyone where they can find you.
Okay, so you can go to my YouTube channel, LadylexUK. I've got Project Spark content, some Let's Plays, some tutorials, a few of my own musings, and I also have a website, projectspark.co.uk, which has tutorials, articles, and a game archive of YouTube videos of over 600 Project Spark games that people have created over the years. So come and join me there, or come and join me on my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm gaining subscribers almost daily now. It's really exciting. So come and join me there and watch more Project Spark content.
Awesome. And you can find me here, and we will see you next week, and I'm going to have a cool little world because she challenged me, and we're going to talk some more about this dreams stuff because it's pretty interesting.
Okay, so bye all.
All right, we will see you all. We'll see you all later.
Oh, Spark. It's good to see you ready to travel the universe. All of these worlds, made by others just like you. So much to explore. So much to create. The universe is waiting for you to bring it to life. The stories yet to be told, the games to be made, civilizations and societies to be formed. So, what kind of Spark are you? Player? Creator? or both. Oh, but whatever you choose, there's a universe of possibilities. Now, how do we begin?